Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. And, I've made hundreds of videos on the three-man militia. the, and what that was realistic things that could happen that you may need certain skills. And, but not everything requires skills. Just some experience would mean a lot. I tell you what's really kind of funny is my grandkids. I have some that have gone camping, they've gone hunting and fishing, and they've experienced things. And then I've got some other grandkids that they've been, on the electronic stuff and all this kind of stuff. And I'll tell you what's going to happen. And the thing is, my kids, when they were being brought up, I took them camping. And I really don't like camping, but it's one of these things that I've done it. I like to do it the easy way. That's why I got a camper, so it's a whole lot easier like that. But I have slept on the ground, and matter of fact, it was snowing on me. By the time I woke up, I was covered with snow, and my kids were with me on this. And I'm not saying they enjoyed it. But the thing is, they've experienced it. And if my kids, like in Ukraine, when their lives are turned around and dumped out, it's bad. Okay, you don't know what to expect hour to hour, day to day. Now, just the camping experience. Okay, you've seen them living in the subway. They're living in bombed out shelters. If they've had any experience, I'm not saying that they're good at it. I'm just experienced. The fear is less, because when you have no experience on something, you want to go on vacation, and you want to go skiing. If you've never done that before, it's an experience, and your all stomach's all flippy and kind of goofy, and you do it and you find out something, whatever you learn doing it. Then the next time someone says, well, let's go skiing, you have an idea what it is you're getting into. Now, that's the same thing when if they've been camping, and then now they've got to leave their house and they don't know where they're going, and they end up in the subway. They can function better than someone that has always had a nice comfy bed and everything's been just planned out for them all the time. They'll be able to function better. That's what I was trying to get across when I said, look at the videos and see what's going on, and see, is it something that you can relate to? And if you can't relate to it, then there's things you can do to prepare for it. Yes, you may not be able to relate to sleeping in the subway, but if you've been camping, you can sleep anywhere. It's not that you're going to like it so much, but you're going to understand the hardships that you're going to have to go through, and it's more bearable. And then not only you can do the camping, but you can do other stuff that it takes to survive under those conditions, like where you're going to get food, where you're going to get water. You know what I mean? I've talked about my Berkey. I've got my Berkey. I've had my Berkey, God, 30, 40 years. And I know the importance of water. That's why that was the first thing that I got was the Berkey, because it's something that's going to last forever, and I'm going to need water. And I don't know what kind of conditions I'm going to be in, so I don't know what kind of water I'm going to be getting. And water, or the lack of water, is going to make you sick unless you got good, clean water. I got a lot of water purification. I take it with me all the time. And the thing is, I know that importance. And when I'm watching these videos, and then I see the hardships that these people are going through, I realize that, if this is all new to them, that's really a hardship. If you've done it before, then it's one of these things you don't like doing it, but you've done it before. And I'm not the kind of guy that's, okay, living the subway, and then here, you all come over here and we got food and water for you. And I'm not that kind of guy, because if there's nobody to give you food and water, then you got problems. So I try to get past that. As a refugee, you are all the time handout. You're looking for somebody to give you all this stuff, even shelter. And Ukraine, it's tough because it's cold, and so you definitely need the shelter and the food and the water, and you're always on somebody's line, and that's the thing that you want to try to avoid if possible, and understand if you are in that situation. Now we're right back to the gold and silver, because I say I've been in these situations before, and it's different when I am giving something in return for all this, food and water and shelter that I'm getting. And because I say, was it this winter, and 2 winters ago I was in the desert, and that's I had my truck camper at that time, and so I had shelter, and then food and water is things that I knew I had to take care of, and no big deal. Last year I was in Florida with the RV, and it was nice because, like I say, I'm under conditions that I have some kind of control of. And that's with the camper. But what I learned from doing all that stuff is what counts. And so it's not like you have to, stay in one all the time, but you spend a couple months like that, you're going to learn all kinds of cool things. And that's the kind of stuff that you need to understand when you get a 3-man militia. And if one of them knows something about camping, well then, hey, let's go camping. Take the kids and go out camping. So So then they have an idea of what it is that they're getting into. So then that fear of relocating would be uh, much easier to bear if you've had that experience. Now, I'm sure here in the United States, a lot of people think this will not ever happen. And it's funny because, I've been around tornadoes, hurricanes. I've been around lots of natural disasters in which people have had to get out of their comfort zone and take refuge somewhere. And that's the first thing you need to be able to cope with. No telling what. And to me, it's hard to imagine. You see in Ukraine, you have a man and wife and two kids, and now you got to relocate, and now the wife has got to get the kids and go off to Poland. Like, wow. I mean, can you imagine here in the United States, you're having some kind of emergency like that, and your wife and kids have got to go to Mexico. How is this going to work? So that's what I'm saying. Anything you can do in a way of getting experience will help out. Doesn't matter, you have to have some great skills doing it, but you need to know and understand what's happening. And then that'll give you a better understanding of what you need and how to use the stuff that you need. That's one reason why I'm shocked so many people don't have gold and silver. And but like I say, if you've never experienced hard times, then maybe there's no reason for having gold and silver. I mean, there was times that I had no money. There was times when we had no shelter. There's been all kinds of things, and I've been most of the time I had gold and silver, so it wasn't as bad as what it should be, and that's because of my experience. And that's what I try to get across. That's what the three-man militia is good for, giving you some experience. And then as you get to know these other two that you're working with, you'll figure out if this is a person you can trust, you share the same morals and stuff like that. And that will make a difference, because then you'll be able to sleep. Man, it's hard enough trying to find the shelter, food and water, but then you're going to have to sleep. How are you going to sleep? I mean, I can't even. One thing I've never done, and that is been in a shelter with 100 other people, and that would be a tough one, because, like I say, what are you going to do with, whatever you have valuables? How can you sleep when it might be valuable to you, but still somebody might take it? So it would be a tough one. You better find people you can trust. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.